Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a Valentine's Day makeup tutorial plus some Valentine's Day date tips at the very end. So if you're interested in this gorgeous look I have on right now and also how to have a safe and happy and comfortable date, then just stay tuned. Hey guys, so I'm going to start off with my face makeup. I'm first going to put down this Benefit Stay Flawless 15-hour primer, and it's basically like a glue stick for your face, so you just slide it all over, and when you're done you can blend it out with your fingers, and this stuff is awesome. I've been loving it. Okay, now that that's on, I'm going to move on to foundation. I'm just choosing my old standby, my favorite Revlon Color Stay. This is in the shade 180 Sand Beige, and it's also the normal / dry skin formula. I just find that I like this formula better because I do have normal to dry skin. So I'm just going to put some of that on the back of my hand, and then I'm gonna put it on with a beauty blender. I chose this foundation because I know it stays on, like I never have to fuss with it. It looks nice on my skin, covers what I want it to cover, and I don't know, I've never really had problems with it being cakey. I know some people say that they do, but I really like the finish that it gives. I guess I'm just more into a matte finish. But I find with the beauty blender and setting it the right way and all that, it really looks beautiful on the skin. So now that my foundation's on, I'm just going to cover up some spots with the MAC Select Cover Up Concealer, and this is in NC30. This is the concealer that's closest to my foundation shade, and I'm just going to put that on with like a standard like fluffy eyeshadow brush. I just really like the way it blends it into the skin, so I'm gonna do that now. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but my Clarisonic is finally like clearing up my skin, and I am loving it. Let me know down below if you want a skincare video / Clarisonic review, because I'll definitely do that if you guys want. Okay, now I'm gonna let my foundation and the Select Cover Up Concealer sink into my skin, and we're gonna move on to the eyes. Okay, I'm first gonna prime my eyes with the Benefit Stay Don't Stray eyeshadow / concealer primer. I'm just going to put like one dot on each lid because this stuff goes a long way. I really like this stuff because it not only primes really well, but it kind of has a little bit of a tint to it, so it cancels out any veins or discoloration you have on your eyelids, which I love. Okay, so the first color we're going to take is going to be our transition blending color. I'm taking that on an E40 taper blending brush from Sigma, and this is the color Wheat from the Smashbox Master Class 2 palette. Just get some of that on your brush and blend it nicely all through the crease. You just want this to be nice and buffed out. And you kind of want to take it above the crease too, so like between the crease and the brow bone, that's where you want to take your transition color so that it makes a nice transition to the brow bone. Okay, now that that's on, we're going to take our main lid color, and that is this color right here, and I will read the name for you right now, one second. That is called Flamingo. So I'm going to take Flamingo on this E55 eye shading brush from Sigma, and I'm just going to pack that all on the lid. Also, all the shadows I'm using in this look are very comparable to shadows in the Naked 3 palette, so if you don't have this Smashbox palette, then you can definitely substitute most of the colors for ones that are in the Naked 3 palette if you have that instead, because I know a lot of you do. Now on an E25 blending brush from Sigma, I'm going to take this color down here, which is called Sable. It's more of a medium matte brown, darker than the other transition color we put in. And we're going to just take this right through the socket line. On that E25 brush again, we're going to go into this color right here, which is called Java. Very fitting because it does kind of look like coffee. And we're going to take that on the outer corner of the eye. This is going to deepen up and kind of make the whole look a little bit sexier. Just going to keep it on the outer V. And now I'm going to take the E40 brush and blend out the edges softly. I'm actually also going to go in on the outer corner with this color over here called Chestnut, just because it has a little bit of a warmer tone to it, and I kind of want to warm up this outer corner. Also on the same E55, we're going to take this color up here called Champagne, and we're going to focus this kind of on the inner corner, not all the way in the inner corner, but just right on this inner half of the lid, just to brighten it up a little. And you can go in with, what is that color called? Flamingo. And kind of blend them together. And now I'm going to put on a thin line of, like a thin winged liner with this Napoleon Perdue cream liner or gel liner. And I'm going to do my gel liner with this E10 fine liner brush, small eyeliner brush from Sigma. And we want to do a nice tapered, like very thin line, because I don't know, there's just something about bold eyeliner that guys don't typically, I don't say they like a thin liner, I would say anyway. So I'm gonna go do that. Okay, we've got the liner on. I'm really liking this brush. I've actually never used it for liner before, but it was really nice to get like that thin wing at the end. So now I'm gonna go fill in my brows, and I will be back to finish up the bottom of the eyes and all that junk. I'm also gonna put on my under eye concealer, which is this Maybelline Instant Age Rewind, and this is the shade Light. So I'll be right back. Okay guys, I also put on some mascara and lashes on my top lash line. I used the Cherry Blossom number 68 lashes. They're really spaced out and long, so I just went, they actually just add like a little bit of a touch. They're not like too full on, which I think is perfect for Valentine's Day. But you literally won't believe if I told you the amount of time it took me to put on these lashes, because this eye just never works. Okay, so now we're just going to highlight quickly under the brow. I'm going to use this color here called Bliss. Yeah, Bliss. And this is on an E70 medium angled shader brush from Sigma. Now I'm going to set under my eyes with this Dream Matte powder from Maybelline and an F35 brush from Sigma. I'm just only setting this part right now so that we can finish up on the eyes. So under here, I'm first going to take this Vincent Longo Duo Eye Pencil, and I'm going to use the black brown side and just line my waterline. And now on a flat definer E15 brush from Sigma, I'm going to take that, I think I'm going to take that Chestnut, no, I'm going to take Java, get that on the tip of the brush, and just press it in as close to the lash line as possible. And now with a pencil brush, where's my pencil brush? My Sigma one's dirty, but I'm just going to use like a pencil type brush. I'm going to take Chestnut over here, and I'm going to blend out that Java color with it. The face I make to do this is ridiculous. Look. I'm also just going to highlight my inner corner with that same Bliss color. Oh wait, that's not Bliss, this is. And now I'm going to quickly put on some Jordana Best Lash Extreme on my lower lashes. Now the reason I didn't set the rest of my face is because we're going to be using another cream product on it first. This is my MAC Groundwork Paint Pot, and we're going to be using this with a Sigma F50 Duo Fiber Brush to contour our cheeks. And what you do is you just tap it into the product, not pretty lightly, you just want to get it on the tips of the brush. And then you just take it in the hollows of your cheek and you run it back and forth, and it gives you the most beautiful like not too dramatic. It's just like a very natural contour. I love it. I also take it on my temples, around my forehead, and whatever's left along the jawline. And now I'll take a F30 large powder brush and that Dream Matte powder and just set the center of my face. And now in the hollows of my cheeks, I'm going to take Hoola bronzer with a Tapered Face F25 brush just to set that paint pot we put down. And I'm going to use this new Master Highlight blush from Maybelline, and this is in 30 Coral. It's like a mosaic type blush. I'm going to take that on an F40 large angled contour brush from Sigma and just run that on the cheeks. And for my highlight, I'm going to use the Makeup Geek pigment in Sweet Dreams. And I'm just going to take a little tiny bit with that F35 brush and run that along the tops of my cheekbones. So I just got a little and I'm pressing it into the cap to get it into that brush. Just taking it on the tops of the cheekbones. Ooh, love that. Since this is like basically my skin tone, it just adds a perfect glow. And now for lips, I'm just going to do a gloss. This is the NYX Butter Gloss in Vanilla Cream Pie, which is just like a basic pink. So pretty. I don't want my lips to look too overdone, so I'm just doing a nice pigmented gloss. Okay, now I will zoom you in a little bit, or just lean in so that you guys can see the final look. Okay guys, now that the makeup part is done, we're going to move on to some of my tips for a perfect Valentine's Day date. And you guys all know me, I am a little TMI, I keep it real, so some of these are going to be a little TMI, as I said, but let's just get started. So my first tip is to bring a tinted lip balm. This is the Baby Lips Dr. Rescue in, Coral Crave. And it's just a nice little coral color and gives a nice finish to the lips, because at some point in your date you're going to go out to dinner, and by the time dinner is over your lip gloss is going to be worn off. But what do you want to do after dinner? You probably want to kiss your date. So instead of getting sticky lip gloss all over his face, how about just a nice tinted lip balm? Gives you the nice color of a lip gloss, but without the sticky mess. And this is kind of minty, so it makes your mouth region smell better. Speaking of mouth regions smelling better, I would also recommend keeping some Colgate Wisps in your purse, because say you go out to a nice spaghetti dinner and there's garlic bread on the table and your breath is all funky, or really anything you eat, you don't want when they kiss you, them to taste your dinner. So bring some Colgate Wisps in your purse. Go to the bathroom after you eat, pop one of these, and you're set. Also, another good thing to have for after dinner are like little tooth floss pick things, just in case you get anything stuck in your teeth. Maybe not the whole bag, but bring a few. Speaking of after dinner touch-ups, I would recommend keeping these 3 makeup type products in your bag. The first one is some blotting papers. These are tea tree blotting tissues from The Body Shop, just to soak up any of that oil. I would also recommend bringing a blotting powder and a kabuki brush. This is the Becca blotting powder. It's just translucent, and this is just a regular kabuki brush. I recommend the kabuki brush because putting on powder with a sponge can make it really look cakey. So if you get a kabuki, do a little touch up, looks nice and fresh, and you're set. I would also recommend bringing a concealer, because say you get that stress sit that you've been worrying about on Valentine's Day, and we all know that concealer wears off on your biggest pimples first. So just bring a little concealer, touch up if it starts peeking through again, maybe under your eyes your concealer wore off. Concealer is good to have in case anything happens. In case you want to touch up your scent throughout the night, I would recommend bringing a roller ball of your perfume. If you just have a roller ball of another perfume, that's cool too. You could just pop that on. This one is Dot by Marc Jacobs. Also some hand lotion because it is really freaking cold and my hands get so dry and I don't want my boo touch my crackly hands, and it smells good, so that's good. These are my tips for what to wear / how to style yourself for the night. I first recommend doing a hairstyle that you don't have to fuss with the whole night, because playing with your hair can get kind of annoying, like how I'm doing it on camera right now, and I don't know, you just don't want to have to fuss with anything. So like do a hairstyle that you don't have to fuss with, and also wear comfortable clothes / shoes, because you don't want to have to be tugging and pulling the whole night. You just want to like feel cute, feel comfortable. The more comfortable you are, the cuter you look. So I'm not saying wear sweatpants, but just wear an outfit that you know you look good in and you feel good in. That being said, if you do want to wear heels, I definitely recommend bringing some flats in your purse. Well, that's the wrong way. Bringing some flats in your purse, because halfway through the night, you're gonna be like, why did I do this to myself? So you got those flats in there. Also, bring a comb in your bag just in case your hair gets wind blown and it's all messy, because it's freaking cold and there's wind everywhere. So bring a comb or a brush just to touch up on that. If you're wearing extensions in your hair, I suggest you warn your date, because if he tries to run his fingers through your hair and he like gets caught in a weft, that's not going to be very cute. So just warn him. Like personally, my boyfriend knows if I have extensions in because my hair is way shorter than extensions, so he'll just know. But if they don't know, I would suggest warning them beforehand, because if they try to do that and they're like, why do you have clips in your head? That might be an awkward conversation. Don't have crunchy hair, because that's not cute. Guys don't like crunchy hair. Okay, now for some TMI type things. I would recommend wearing some cute matching undergarments. I don't know if this is a first date on Valentine's Day or it's your boyfriend of a long time, but if it gets to that point where you are undressing, you might want to have some cute underwear on. So I suggest, like, even if they don't match, like they're not a matching set, just like the same color at least. Like no like period panties, nothing like that. Like keep it cute. Also for that region, I suggest keeping in your purse some feminine cleansing cloths, because you never know what's gonna happen. You might want to freshen up down there before you get back to his place or your place, whatever. You might want to freshen. Even though I just told you to put 8,000 things in your purse, I would suggest using a medium, like small to medium size purse, because you don't want to go on a date and look like you packed a luggage, like you're gonna move in with him that first freaking date. So I would suggest a bag about this size. It's not too big, it's not too small, it's like a perfect size. It's nice and cute, it's simple. This one is from, I can't remember, I'll like list it down below or something, but a medium sized bag, nothing too loud, nothing too big. Don't look like you're moving in with him on your Valentine's date, because that might scare him away and we don't want to do that. And my last tip, be safe. Okay guys, that's it for this video. I hope you have a lovely Valentine's Day and I hope you liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel if you're not already. Go follow me on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram and everything so that we can stay in touch, and happy Valentine's Day. Bye guys.